Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. My name is Lonzo. It is a beautiful Saturday. It's not going to be tomorrow, but it's been a beautiful Saturday today. Batten down them hatches and get ready for what's coming tonight. Storms. There are storms coming, just in case you didn't know. We are so glad you are here on this Saturday. I have been on vacation for a couple days and then come back in for this show because I don't miss this show unless I'm going to Columbia to get hardware. Where I can talk like this, but I can talk like I can talk very well. I have been at home putting in new floors because when I take vacations, I work because that's what I do. But I'm sure you guys all go wonderful places like to Ireland for St. Paddy's Day because it's a wonderful thing. We're going to talk about St. Paddy's Day a bunch today. Before we do that, let me tell you what this show is about. We are about fun. And then we talk about fun. Sometimes when we get a little risque, because we do get a little risque on this show, we talk about fun. So,
sometimes we might even want to turn it on its head and talk about Nuff.
Fair enough.
I hate when the stars jump in before they've been introduced. But let me go ahead and introduce the stars. First of all, joining me tonight, Cameron is here.
Wait, why am I getting the Irish music?
It's a Pappy thing.
Oh, yeah. What's up, guys? Me and my boy St. Patrick. We got to chase out all them snakes back in the day. And some extra stuff, too.
Yeah, because I'm sure it was a good time. Also, back from a gathering, Matthew is here.
Oh, you're just continuing with that music. I get it. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend.
And someone who has nothing to do with this music at all, Odie is here.
Should I narrate the bopping, or are you going to say something?
Well, you don't need to narrate the bopping because they can see the bopping on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X at either 98.9 WORD or the Upstate Pulse because we are live. Also, if you want to be a part of the show and just, get your blarney out, 800-905-0989. Hey, you're at home probably. I
do so within the safety of your own home.
Listen, you said it was okay for me to Donald Duck today, so
No, I didn't.
No one gave you authorization.
I don't think I.
No,
yeah,
you said it wasn't okay.
Yeah. See, there's a yeah.
You always do the opposite of what people ask or tell you to do.
Was not okay. It's a contraction. It's my American accent is throwing
That's
you
the
off.
problem.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just switch on the American on this microphone. Hang on. So you told me that I could do it if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to, but I kind of do.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
I'm listening.
Okay, if you were to Donald Duck, I'm getting a side view, but Matthew's getting a full-on show. So it's up to Matthew if you're allowed to Donald Duck or not.
Hey, Matthew, can I Donald Duck or not?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. I'm not too happy with the way you looked at.
Well, because he can't. He's checking. He knows he can't see anything. That's what he was doing.
Making sure his sight lines are clear.
Yeah. So he's good. He's good.
All I gotta say is.
So, in case you didn't know, St. Paddy's Day is happening Monday, I believe.
It is Monday, 100%.
It is Monday. So, if you would like to comment on St. Paddy's Day, here's what you do. You can text us at 800-905-0989, or you can message us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X at 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. Quick programming note. Rob Young was scheduled to be with us today. He was unable to be here, but he says he will be here next week, which is very important because South Carolina Comic-Con is April 5th and 6th. And that's just around the corner, believe it or not. It's Dave wants to know, says, you didn't fly a plane to Dubai for vacation. It's on to me. No, I did not, because I wouldn't have been able to get back here. And I did ask Odie, but he said, no, I couldn't pay him enough to go back there because of what happened there, whatever that would be. I don't know.
The incident. Before
Before we get started, though, I want to be a little bit serious for a second. All right. Sometimes, you're going through stuff and you're just not telling anybody that you're going through stuff, or maybe tell a couple people that you're going through stuff. And sometimes someone does something that just brightens your day or your night. and it makes a difference. And I want to shout out to a couple listeners. I'm not going to say their names, but I will say one of the listeners was blind. So that narrows it down. So you know who I'm talking about. And your daughter's a big fan of the show. And I appreciate it. I've been working on a house project. Had to go to Lowe's a little bit late to get something, which I should have gotten in the first place, which was an extension for the drill. And then this sleeve thing that magnetically holds the screw in, and you can just stand up and you can screw things into the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which would have saved my fingers a bunch.
Yeah, would have. Yeah.
And my Uncle Ralph back in the day had one of those, and I just didn't think about getting one, but I did. So I went out to Lowe's, and we're on our way getting back in the car. I was destroyed physically because I'm not in a good place physically, but I'm still doing this anyway, and really tired. And then I hear, "Hey, Lonzo," and it's like, "Oh, okay." And it was a nice couple. And like I said, the guy's legally blind. They wanted to take a picture with me, which very disheveled I was.
Yeah.
But it's Lowe's. You know, my thought is, yeah, I know how I look, but we're going to Lowe's. Everyone at Lowe's this late at night, they look like that. Not thinking that anyone's going to recognize you. But they did, and they said that they've been listening for a really long time and that they really love the Upstate Pulse. And I just want to say thank you, because that made me feel so much better, and it gave me a little more energy to get done with what I was doing that night. And it felt really cool, and I appreciate it. You know, I joke around about not wanting to talk to anybody outside of the station. Part of that's true because my mind goes blank a lot, but I was too tired for my mind to go blank. So there you go. A shout out to them. Very nice to meet you, and hope you're having a good evening. And you made my day, and I just wanted to let you know that.
Well, good. I mean, it costs nothing to be nice, and they're lovely people.
You're right. I've been told.
Wrong. It costs my time. Oh, people.
I'm told
I love people.
I'm told attitude is by choice. That's what I've been told several times. That attitude is by choice. That you can choose to have a bad attitude.
Yeah.
I don't entirely
What
agree
was the
with that,
inciting incident?
because I don't want to go into detail, but I don't entirely agree with that. I think sometimes you have to have an attitude to survive your situation. But in this case, I mean, sometimes when you're surrounded by bad attitudes, the nice guy is going to get all the attitudes. So you might have to bristle up a little bit. But in this case, like I said, I was feeling really bad, not just physically, but mentally, and that really helped me out. And I hope you're listening. And if you are, I just want to say thank you. Right now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to talk about St. Patty's Day, and we're going to get into the bracket. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. Dexter wants to know, was it Odie that collected coins? Are you a coin collector, Odie?
I collected the coins.
What kind of coins you collect?
Coiny one.
Well, that's the kind you get. Coiny ones.
That's the one that you got to collect the coins. What were we talking about in that segment?
It's been 15 minutes. How do you not know?
Because I don't know, man.
Wendy says, "God bless all. This is terrible." I don't
get it.
Does she mean the show? She might mean the show, and that's
Bless
fine.
everybody who's watching.
She texted that when
Or-
you started talking about the.
Or maybe she's talking about the situation.
No, because she was talking. She
okay.
texted that like literally as you started talking about that. She was texting it, so I'm kind of like, is it a terrible story?
Okay,
Does it
that's
not-
fine. You
Unless
know?
she knows the story, I don't know.
Or maybe it was about the storms.
Or maybe it is about the storms.
Or
be about the
or maybe it's just she doesn't like the show.
Could be.
It's possible.
Could be a bless your heart kind of thing.
It could be. 'Cause
Also,
you get
Dave?
people tuning in all the time who are like, "Kind of crap is this?
The fun kind.
I don't talk daggum politics."
Also, Dave, depends on the hospital bill.
How much does it cost to be? Well, you see, Dave, that's called degradation, and people will pay good money for that.
You seem like you know firsthand.
I've been on the internet before.
We're on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Were you giving the degradation?
I feel like my hair is degrading
No.
right now.
Look,
So's Odie's, but
man,
no one told him.
judgment here.
It's
But
just, it's just a common thing some people are into for some reason.
There's just some intercom and some.
Sorry,
dungeon
what?
that has Matthew's voice.
I was talking about
Yeah,
your,
I
Oh,
was
geez,
not in the room.
I was talking about your degrading hair. Anyway,
Look,
and
man,
my
however-
degrading hair.
You know, however you make your money.
We're doing that thing where we're having multiple conversations. So I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
I wasn't. I was.
I was
yeah.
apologizing to them. I'm not apologizing to you.
No, I'm just apologizing. I was. Yeah.
And suddenly everyone stopped talking because they didn't know what to do. And yeah. Everyone got plenty of Kerrygold butter for the holiday. I do not. Because here's the thing, Kerrygold is so good. If you enjoy it too much, I think it might go bad. I don't know that.
Kerrygold is great.
Kerrygold's like vacation.
So you're saying Kerrygold is great every single time you've had it?
Yeah.
Is it great
time.
on something that's bad?
Sorry. Yeah. My mind is a little bit elsewhere for some strange
You
reason.
meant thought, right?
Yeah, he meant thought. Yes. I mean, so here's the thing, autocorrect won't correct you if the word is spelled right, even if it's, I don't
Well,
know.
if you use the word quite a bit,
Well,
it kind of doesn't do anything about it.
it's weird, sometimes when I go voice to chat, it won't understand me unless I use a Southern accent. I don't get that. I think, is that just because we're in South Carolina? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know because my, I don't want to say her name on my phone is Irish. So why would,
Siri. Hey, Siri.
she doesn't respond to you.
Hey, Siri.
She won't respond to you. That's my girl, dude. I mean,
I
Also, Alan, thank you for being a good sport.
say what can.
You missed that whole bit.
oh, Diane, boy, the lights are
That
shining.
reminds me of Pappy Does Show Tunes. Get your disc.
What now?
We did the whole Pappy Does Show Tunes Country is Easy.
Yes, Meg. Kerrygold is great for the soul. See, this is the person that knows.
We've had Kerrygold. It's good, but I just don't think you can eat it all
I
the
think he
time.
needs to stop buttering her.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. 11 years in, going strong. I have been on Saturdays.
Hey,
You
man,
might
it's only
say-
been 16 minutes.
Say Saturdays belong to Lonzo, if you wanted to, for 24 out of the last 25 years. I wouldn't say we're going strong, but we're going.
We're going.
Not going away,
No.
at least as far as I know. I haven't
No,
been
we're-
on vacation.
We're staying.
Sometimes you go on vacation and you wonder if change has been made that you'll come back and go, oh no, they waited till I was gone to do that. I don't think that's happening, but I don't think
No,
that's
they're not
happening.
going to do that because you know why? You know why? Because we are the best thing to happen everybody Saturday night. Ever.
Exactly. All right, St. Patrick's Day. I'm sorry, St. Patty's Day is Monday. St. Patrick's Day.
Are you saying St. Paddy's Day or St. Patty's Day? Because if you're saying St. Patty's Day, me and you are going to have problems.
I'm saying it both ways
Okay.
because some people speak different languages.
They do.
St. Patrick's Day feast day is March 17th. Patron saint of Ireland. Do we have a patron saint of South Carolina? Text line 7130. No, it's not. It's not. Text line is 800-905-0989. Hey, I'm not the only one who makes that mistake. We've only recently changed that. Or on stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X. Does South Carolina have a patron saint? Because I don't know if they do.
St. Cletus.
It could be St. Cletus. Sounds about right. What do you think, Matthew? I mean, you're the only one in here that was born here. So
Wait, am I really the only person here who was born in South Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Cameron was born in Ohio. He moved here when he's 3. So he's the most South Carolinian in the room, other than you. And I've lived here half my life. So I mean, but you are the only true Southerner in this room right now.
That's crazy.
Although my family's from Kentucky, so technically, anyway. I don't know if you consider Kentucky Southern or not. So the late 4th century, he was born in Roman Britain, by the way, St. Patty.
He was born in Wales, yeah.
In the late 4th century, he was kidnapped at the age of 16 and taken to Ireland as a slave.
Mhm.
He escaped, but returned about 432 something. to convert the year 432 to convert the Irish to Christianity.
The pagans.
By the time of his death on March 17th, 461, he had established monasteries, churches, and schools. Many legends grew up around him. For example, that he drove the snakes out of Ireland and used the shamrock to explain the Trinity.
He did.
Ireland came to celebrate his day with religious services and feasts. So,
religious.
yeah, no,
services.
well, that, according to the story,
Yeah.
started in America when many Irish folks
Immigrants.
moved here to escape the potato famine.
Yeah, potatoes.
And why are you saying it wrong?
What?
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
That's not how you say it.
Potatoes.
I want some treble in there, man.
Potatoes.
That's not treble. So anyway,
Potato.
there we go.
Oh,
There
that's
it
the one
is.
you wanted.
That's
Sorry.
hey,
Sorry.
listen, when I go to get potatoes, that's what I hear in my head now. So I mean, it's
It's
just
true.
yeah,
I hear the same thing.
yeah. So that's a part of our everyday life now. So anyway,
Which
you wanna-
did this to
Which I
us.
follow up with, I'm going to smash that potato.
yes, America took the holiday, which was a religious holiday, and turned it into a drinking holiday.
Yeah.
What are you offended by that?
Not even slightly.
Why not?
Because I'm Irish.
Yeah, right.
We don't get offended by anything. Like nothing.
That's
Uh-huh.
not that's not true. We spent a lot of time with you over the 9 years that you've worked here.
12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we spent a lot of time with you, and
The
you
list
do
of-
get offended.
the
I've
list-
seen it.
No,
the
no,
list
no,
of things
no.
you like is a small
Yeah,
paragraph.
it's
No,
not
here's-
a,
here's
there's not
the
a
thing.
lot there.
I don't get offended by a lot because you test me. But stuff will annoy me, but it won't offend me. That's the thing. But here, do you want to hear something really, really cool?
What, Alan talking about pierogies?
I could go for a nice pierogi.
No, but he says Aaron Gabro, so you know. No, do you want to hear something extremely cool?
So someone says my mic is hot.
Oh, well,
Well, you know who I am.
know.
I am the hottest guy in the room. So I mean, you know,
well, let me just unhot
Excuse
you.
Well, now.
I can't do the hair
Listen.
flip like Matthew, but you know,
Anyway, do you want to hear something really cool?
what?
No.
Saint
From you?
Patrick's. Yeah, no.
No, from you. This is coming from you.
Hang on a second. I need this, and I need. To
How do you
go in
define it? How do you define
Yeah,
cool?
I mean,
here.
what is cool in Ireland?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what it is.
I-
Oh, okay, all right.
And I'm just
why?
gonna do this.
Why are you not there
this.
anymore?
Because I had to come over here on the plane from Dubai.
You were bringing the cool here.
Exactly. St. Patrick's chariot driver, like the person that drove him from town to town,
Was it an actual chariot?
Mhm.
Okay.
it was an actual chariot driven by
How many horses?
2 horses.
2 horses. Okay.
You know what his name was?
No.
His name was Saint Odrin. I'm not
don't-
even messing.
You guys buying this? I don't know.
Look it up. Look up
So-
Saint Odrin.
You know,
I'll
he
look
told
it
me
up.
about this last year.
Yep.
I think I remember this conversation.
I don't remember
actually- he
yesterday. I definitely don't
actually
remember last year.
Sacrificed his own life for Saint Patrick because what he done
You
outside.
mean, you mean he fell off the horse like you?
He died.
Is that what you mean?
Odrin wasn't the horse; he was the charioteer.
That's what I said. The
Oh, I
chariot
thought
driver.
you called him the horse.
Well, maybe hung like one, but no, the charioteer. That was Saint Odrin, and he gave his life for Saint Patrick because what he done was outside of a village that he knew Patrick was going to be ambushed. He told Patrick, "This is typical Odrin." He said, "Patrick, get naked. We're changing clothes," and they did. They changed costumes or clothes or cloaks, and when he got in, oh look, this is the sad part. When they got into the town in which they were going to do whatever service or
Okay, why
ceremony,
was that? Why'd you turn to me?
it was a key change just dropped.
Was it?
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
he
All
died.
right. All right.
You know, the people would have noticed that. and the
Yeah. Well,
subtlety
it actually sounded a little more evil. I thought it was.
Yeah, because it was evil. Because
Well, now we've wasted it.
they killed him stone dead. He was dead. But yeah, no. So they thought they were killing Saint Patrick, but they actually.
Oh wait,
killed,
wait.
Yeah.
So St. Patrick knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
So he said,
No.
I got a great idea. Let's switch clothes.
Yeah, that was mean. But no, it was actually Saint Odrin that suggested it
Okay.
because.
All right.
And
Must have misheard.
Not just because he wanted to get him naked, but he wanted to change clothes with him.
Oh, I mean,
And-
I'm sure that was, of course, part of
That was it.
it, as we all know.
Donald Ducking rocking into the village, and then they killed him and he died stone dead, and that was the end of Saint Odrin, stone dead on the ground. dressed
Or
like-
did they?
no, they did. And,
This is the history the government doesn't want you to know.
and this history was brought to you in part
Which
by
government?
Wait,
No,
you're
Yeah.
not actually St. Odrin.
the potato government.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just, so maybe you have survived all these years. You're the immortal.
No, what? Hold on. This just in from
Let me
our-
get a
The
claymore
Immortal.
test this.
Is that an Invincible reference related to the fact that the season finale of Invincible dropped this week, and we're totally going to talk about that and not just say that we will and then not?
Well, we have been talking about it.
Yeah,
You know what? You just ain't been here.
You just ain't
so
been-
that's all you.
you would know if you were here.
Yeah, you were at it.
We
Gathering.
skipped talking about it every time that I was here.
You were gathering the masses.
I was
Also,
working.
excuse me, we were
Ah,
unraveling
Duna
the
Bros.
secrets of-
Wait a minute. Duna Bros is on to something. He says Saint Odrin, king of the Illuminati.
Duna Bros, stop.
It's not the Illuminati, it's the Irish, it's the Potato Mafia.
Listen, we go by a lot. I mean, what? Sorry,
Or-
Alonso, have we an ad to go to or something?
Or the Irish Mensa, whatever that is.
Mensa?
See?
We don't know. Anyway, I'm running out of bed here, so
What point is proven. All right.
anyway, Saint Odrin.
Viper Dave
Saint Odrin
says
was a class.
Bono, also known as Bono,
But
is
no,
well, Bono is Sonny Bono, but Bono
but no.
is the greatest treasure to come out of Ireland, blessed by God himself.
Who said that? Viper Dave.
Viper
said that.
Dave. He's going to threaten you with a Sunday bloody Sunday. That's
Viper-
what he's going to threaten you with.
No,
No, he's about to threaten you with that.
Viper Dave, you can listen to me now. Hear me now. I want to say one thing to you. Bono is not the greatest man in the world. That's me.
Why are you going? Why are you doing
This
this
is
with
Jamaican.
A Jamaican
Yeah,
accent?
it's just, what
Yeah.
happened there?
You have
What
to.
happened
You have to
there?
go Jamaican when you're talking about.
They say I have Tourette's sometimes. I don't even know what's going on with you.
Listen,
Maybe
man.
if we shake Odie enough, he'll switch back.
No. You can try it.
Between the three of us, we could probably shake you.
I might.
Yes.
Yeah, but listen, if the three of y'all come over here with your hands extended, I ain't responsible for what happens.
You mean you wouldn't give a happy greeting by shaking our hands and say, "Good day to you, sir"?
Be happy, all right?
All right, let us take a break. When we come back, if you have any comments about St. Patty's Day, you can continue with that. 800-905-0989 or YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. Having a good time on a Saturday night. Hey, it's just your first time listening. It's not what you're used to. We're having fun. Sometimes it's hard to do that during the week. We come back, we're getting to our brackets, so get ready to text in case there are ties. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of St. Patty's Day. Why do you keep saying Jamaican sodas? I don't know what that
Talked
is.
about that last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember last week.
Jamaican soda that's made for Jamaican pop. Only is sold in Ireland.
What?
What?
I don't remember this last week.
You don't remember
you
that
sure?
conversation?
Jamaican
No.
soda. I don't
No,
remember that.
neither one of us have a clue what you're talking about.
Oh,
we-
no,
we-
yeah,
yeah,
no,
we
it's
went
not
back and
Jamaican
forth.
soda. It's Lilt.
What was Lilt again?
Yeah, Lilt. It's a tropical. It's a totally tropical taste. That's why we went Jamaican, because we were talking about Lilt, how it's got pineapple and mango smooshed together.
Thank you, Braden. I bet Odie's probably been there because that's where his people is.
Listen here now, Braden, with your patty. No. A patty is what goes on a burger.
Like what we had before.
Yeah, we had patties.
We had patties. They were good. Oh, we forgot to invite Matthew again. Sorry.
What'd
What?
You go to?
Whataburger.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't have went to that, right? I can't remember. Last week we talked about.
I would.
no, last time
have.
you were here, that
Last
was a couple weeks
this
ago.
week I probably wouldn't have because I wanted to run.
Oh, that's right, you're
burger
gonna
night.
run.
Yeah, and I don't need a burger in my system for that.
Why you run it out? When you?
Hmm?
When you run the burger out, if you.
But you don't want that kind of that much fat in your system when you're trying to run because that's not something you want to be burning while you're running.
Anyone else notice that when he said that amount of fat, he looked at every one of us? I mean, I just.
I
it
felt
just
judged.
I know. I just thought.
Partially.
I saw his eyes got shifty really quick. I know it's dark in here, but I saw it.
Fat.
I'm running down.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's probably a matter of metabolism for
Wherever
each
it's
person.
No,
'Cause
when
whenever-
you're going to run or do any kind of exercise, the kind of food that you want in your system is you want complex carbs because your gut body is going to actually break those down and use that energy a lot more effectively. So that's why I have a banana here, is because that's a good carb to eat about 30 minutes to an hour before you actually do a workout.
Just don't put
So
it
you're
on.
gonna eat a complicated banana.
Yeah, just don't put.
Whoa!
A complex carb would be a lot of a lot of fruits and vegetable related stuff, but mostly whole grains. So I do a lot of whole grain toast and stuff like that. As well as like a sweet potato is a complex carb, stuff like that.
Is a sweet potato like a normal potato, but they look at each other and go, sweet?
No.
Do not disparage sweet potatoes.
I don't like sweet potatoes.
I love sweet
I
potatoes.
don't.
I don't care.
Listen,
We're talking
I-
about me. We're not talking about you. Okay?
Listen, I am what I am, okay? And I don't like sweet potatoes.
I think we should squash him.
Dunabro says Snickers bars are complex carbs.
Snickers bars.
No,
We're
they're
Snickers
not.
bars.
They got nuts,
That's sugar.
but they got nuts. Nuts are complex
Why you
carbs.
saying it like that?
Nuts. Because I was watching Willy Wonka. What business are you in,
Oats are
Salt?
also a really
Nuts.
good complex carb, which
Nuts.
is why you want to do stuff like
What?
granola bars.
That's what he
and
done.
things
He
like
gave him the
that.
card.
Make
and he
homemade granola
Uh.
bars. Don't buy granola bars. They're cheaper and so much better for you if you make them yourself.
Welcome to Pre-Marathon with Matthew Causey. Today we're going to talk about the proper foods
But
to
did you
eat
know-
before
did Snickers-
running a really long time.
Did Snickers over here used to be called Marathon at one stage? Marathon bars.
No, there are marathon bars. Those are different than Snickers.
Marathon bars used to be Snickers.
Marathon.
Running.
That
Hey, the
bar,
marathon
that's a
bars.
marathon. It's a marathon bar.
They got any sprinting bars?
What?
Oh,
What
no,
about
I
a
need a
light jogging
dawdling.
bar?
I need a dawdling bar because that's what I do.
Dawdling,
I
come
dawdle.
on.
I need a
I
Jordan bar.
dawdle.
I
I'm running
should
like 2.5
dawdle.
miles tonight.
But you know what I don't want? I
What?
don't want a trudging bar.
Trudging.
You know, to trudge.
How shall we trudge, oh master?
Matthew's a shill for big fruit.
Repl-
He is.
Replace your sugary snacks with fruits. Unironically, you'll feel so much better, and you won't feel the need to eat as much. Like literally, just get like apples or get a thing
Unless
of
you're
bananas.
like me, I have an
Get
aversion to
strawberries.
citrus
I
that
love
breaks out the inside of
strawberries.
my mouth.
Blueberries are good too.
Blueberries are really good, and you can use blueberries to bake
All right,
a
guys.
lot too, which is awesome.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo here along with Odie and Cameron, Matthew. Having fun on a Saturday night arguing about fruit. Just because, you know,
Excuse me. Do you
freaking
know how to
blueberry
protect
here.
yourself against fresh fruit?
yes.
Yeah, with a gun.
Because Matthew is making me want to go out and eat a bunch of junk food. Because knowing he's going to run later on this evening, hopefully in a place that's well lit where he'll be careful.
You want to do it for him?
I mean,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my neighborhood,
Okay, well, I don't know what kind of neighborhood you live in.
Beautiful
I mean,
day
it's,
in the
you know,
lit
neighborhood.
enough.
Okay, all right. You don't seem too sure about that. Or just avoid the dark places. That's all.
Do you want me to follow you ominously in my car? Just,
Yeah.
You know. kind of-
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
And you'll never know it's him. But you know, maybe it's him, maybe it's
I
not.
don't
You know,
mind.
you know what my run really needs? It's an ominous fear
mean-
encroaching on me through the entire thing. Yes.
The feeling of Odie's eyes
you
upon
know
you
what?
when you don't know where he is.
Yeah, you probably don't want adrenaline when you're doing a marathon. I mean,
Yeah,
a
you do.
sprint, that's different, but a marathon, probably adrenaline's not the way to go. All right, we
We-
have been for like the last 8 weeks, I believe, doing the Upstate Pulse boy toy bracket, and we are going to crown a winner eventually. We are getting ready to get it down to our final 8. We have some matchups here. We'll see how many we get through today, and hope to crown a winner in the next week or so. Again, Rob Brown from Borderlands Comics and Games, or no, Rob Young. Rob Brown is like in New Orleans right now.
You
Rob
mean
Young,
Brown.
the Exalted one, Rob Young, will be here next week to talk about all things South Carolina Comic Con, including It's Sting. Some of you got that reference. All right, when we do our matchups, which we're getting ready to do, if there is a tie, then one of us, all of us together in unison will give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, and then you can break the tie.
Can we do up?
We could. No.
two,
We want
one.
to be on key. So the number is 800-905-0989.
Who sings that song, Odie?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
do.
Odie, who
I
sings
sing
that song?
Sings that song.
I sing that song. That's who sings that song.
All right.
And you know what? I'm going to keep singing that song.
All right.
And was it hard to listen to? Don't care, because it was easy to sing.
Our very first matchup is the game of Risk. Talked about this many times. Risk can be in a bunch of different forms, but it is it's it's a game of conquest.
It's a risky move, Cotton.
It's yes, you're trying to take over the world and in the game, and it's a fun game, especially if you take over the world. It's not fun when you don't take over the world. When someone else starts taking your territories and you're seeing all their, let's say they're purple, all their purple just come. I'm not going to use green because it doesn't make him. There's no way that Odie would beat any of us at Risk.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be any of us at Risk. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's his challenge face. All right, you know where we can pick up a good game of Risk?
Yeah.
Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive. They have Risks there, but it's different kinds of Risk, like Lord of the Rings or something like that. Yes, which is pretty cool. All right, so Risk is going up against trains. I mentioned many times about trains, my fondness of trains. Some people are really into trains. Even now, when they get older, they have trains in their basement or they have a room where they have a bunch of trains. And it's really cool because you can have villages to it and, and little people. And sometimes you can stage a derailment and see how quickly the emergency people get to your.
And the carnage and
Yes,
there's so much
yes.
loss of life. And it's just, there's just plastic everywhere.
And you can have a fake microphone and you can report the news about the derailment on your train.
Like a news guy.
However you play with your trains.
Tragedy in Legoland today.
Trains versus Risk. Matthew, what do you got?
I got to go with tragedy reported in Legoland this afternoon. I'm going to have to go with trains on this one.
All right,
I use that
Odie.
as a clip.
Odie, what do you got?
Well, I don't want to do anything apart from talk about trains, and Thomas and all these friends are there as well. So I think myself and Ringo are going to vote for trains. Thank you very much.
All right, we got 2 trains so far. Cameron.
Odie, I've always thought of you as a diesel. I'm going to go with Risk.
I don't work on the Brother Show.
All right, here's the thing.
That was a bullet train reference, but
As a teenager, speaking of movies, as a teenager, there was someone who wanted to do something on a train in a movie called Risky Business.
Throw Mama from the train?
No, not Throw Mama from. It was Rebecca De Mornay wanted to do something on the train with Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Which was it was a wonderful movie.
She was
Not
pretty.
really when you're a kid.
She was.
She's been in more things than you think lately. She's
Mad
totally
Dreams.
different.
She was
So
in
I'm
Cletus'
going
Dream.
with trains. Trains go through, thanks to Guido the Killer Pimp. I'm going through. That's from that movie. That's
Sorry, that guy's exhaust pipe was really loud.
was it?
I didn't know what
all
was
I
right.
thought for a second that was Guido.
Yeah, it could be.
have been.
It could be. That movie also had Booger in it from Revenge of the Nerds, also known as Metatron.
Okay.
Deep references.
Oh, yeah.
Nerd references. If you're getting all those, you're our people.
The
It was mine and
Metatron?
Cameron's. All right, the next matchup:
Over the hill, boys. Nobody lives forever.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus our Turtles. They're Turtles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
turtles. And there's 4
Teenage
of them.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we're talking about Raphael. We're talking about Donatello. We're talking about Michelangelo. We're talking about
Leonardo.
I was getting there.
Oh, okay.
The one that no one likes, Leonardo.
How
Splinter.
dare you?
People don't like Leonardo, man.
Why don't you like the blue one?
Because he's kind of a punk, and I don't know if it
He
changed in
has
other
to keep them
iterations.
together.
Does he though? They're
Yes.
they're teenagers. I mean, quit acting like you're an adult. Have fun like everybody else. You enjoy the pizza, but when you get out there, I'm the leader. That's why he always has to fight with Raphael, because he's pushy.
What
No
was
one
he?
likes-
What
No,
was
no.
he in the song?
Raphael is impulsive and angry all the time, so he needs.
Well, you know
Steady
what?
hand.
You know what makes you impulsive and angry? When you have to deal with Leonardo's pompous person trying to tell you what to do all the time. He ain't the dad. Splinter is.
Because Raphael was cool but crude, was it?
No, Raphael was
Cool but good.
Raphael.
Michelangelo is a party dude.
Oh, you're
Party!
singing
He's singing the song. Yeah.
singing the song.
He's doing a
okay.
good reference.
So anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all those
I can't
kind
remember the rest.
of toys. And sorry, April O'Neil should have red hair and
A green
wear
jumpsuit.
yellow.
A green
and-
jumpsuit.
I thought it was yellow.
Yeah, no, it is yellow, but it should be green.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going up against the Big Wheel. And I did look it up. They have adult Big Wheels. They do. They're pretty expensive though. They look pretty sweet
How
though.
many is expensive?
Like
Like $400 or something.
more than all of us combined could handle, probably.
Nice.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Texter says, well, someone said Risk and someone said trains. I'm glad you guys are practicing.
Mm.
Someone said Michelangelo was my favorite.
Well, he would be, wouldn't he?
Leonardo is the leader, and he has the best weapons. I mean, the
How can you
katanas.
go wrong with the katanas?
No, the katanas are sweet. That doesn't make you right, though. Just because you got the best weapon, it doesn't make you right.
Yeah, but why? How
That
and
often
why?
does make you right.
How and why is a katana the best weapon?
Well, in this case, you could say reach, but that's not so because
They're all up
Tell
because
close.
the bow staff has more reach.
Both stuff has reach.
Also size. Not only are you sometimes size are thrown.
Yeah.
And
And
nunchucks.
you could throw a katana.
Nunchucks have speed.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on.
It evens out, doesn't
Depends
it?
on your fighting style.
Except the poor guy that goes.
All right,
stick.
so
I looked up adult size big wheels. That's really expensive.
tell them how much it is.
The one I'm looking at, which was the first thing on Google, is $899.99.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're not getting them.
There you go. They look pretty cool though. They do. I've seen in AEW some of the wrestlers had them for something, and it's like, oh yeah,
That's the price of a beige
If
shotgun.
I had entertainer money, then yeah, sure.
yeah. Why not? Yeah, but we don't.
We don't.
So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going up against the big wheel. I am going to go first and say big wheels were cool, but we were too poor, and the only ones I ever rode belonged to somebody else. So screw you, big wheel. I'm going Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ah,
Odie,
yeah.
what you got?
Big wheels keep on turning.
Toinin,
Proud Odie keeps on voting.
boinin. All right. So you're going.
I'm going with big wheels.
Yeah, I was doing the John Fogerty version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like John. Good guy.
All right. So big wheels.
Like John. Good
And I got TMNT. Cameron, who you got?
I'm also going with TMNT. That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for all you out there.
Teenage.
All right, Matthew.
I'm not really a big fan of either as far as big wheel or the toy side specifically of TMNT. So I guess I got to go with big wheels for my brother.
Wow, I do remember you talking about your brother. So we have a tie.
That's 2 for 2. You know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Ireland were called the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
I've heard about that. I didn't
Why?
know that was in Ireland.
Because
specifically,
Ireland's
but-
against ninjas.
No, because if we had ninjas, we'd all be beating the living crap out of each other. We'd have big staffs and sticks, and we'd be smacking each other with them because we're ninjas.
All right. We haven't given the countdown yet,
Okay.
so I'm just letting the texters know. Let's see.
It sounds
Texter
like you got
says,
squeezed
"Tell
slightly.
that to Batman, Lonzo." I don't remember what I said, but I wouldn't say anything to Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
And
Tell it to Batman.
Texter says, "I have size above my door frame." Hopefully, you're able to get to them in case you need them. And then someone texted TMNT, which is a little premature because we haven't given the countdown yet.
Yeah.
Matthew is about to give you the countdown. When he does, the text line is 800-905-0989. Text in who you want to go through, either Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Big Wheel. We will accept TMNT. We will accept that.
Just listen, just because you're the rule maker.
No.
Doesn't mean I have to be happy
I
with it.
mean, because we will.
Well, then will we accept BW
What?
or Big W?
No. You got to spell out Big Wheels. Anyway, Matthew, give him the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wow, there you go.
I was nice.
All right, the next one who texts us through, Texas through, either
This ain't Texas.
TMNT or Big Will. That will be, and
Oh,
Big Will wins.
Oh,
well,
all right.
that's a lot.
The Big Will has knocked off the Turtles. Wow. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will continue. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Color me surprised. Someone texted in 10. So now
not it.
So now we know what autocorrect will do.
I would like.
Yeah.
I would like a 10, please.
So, Chris, do you
Actually, there's a couple of things. Was from the same person.
Chris, do you want spoilers or not spoilers?
Do what your heart tells you to do.
Yeah, here's the thing, Chris. You can play it multiple times. You could also save, then take that, and then go back to that save. You
Yeah.
don't want to do that because that,
Commit.
yeah, just pick
Also,
something.
there may or may not be ways around it. even
Yeah,
if you do
just
take
stop.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
So for the most part, I my first playthrough, I just go with it. But sometimes I know some. It's like, okay, I
There-
gotta.
There,
figure
there
it
is a
out.
rule in Dungeons and Dragons and in most things. Don't take deals with devils. That's typically a good move to make. Is you don't take the deals.
That's cool, Trey.
You like hints. Uh,
But here's the thing: 3 of us have played the game. I bet all 3 of us would pick something different.
Actually,
there are other ways.
I will say this: I never once considered, nor did I ever take the deal. That's all I'm saying.
Me either.
I've
Trey
never,
had a
never
Trey.
taken the deal.
Trey had a Knight Rider big
I'll
wheel.
say it like this, Chris.
Oh, that sounds cool. I hope it did the light thing. Also.
Chris.
Yeah.
The best door is the back door.
Stop it! You stop right now. What is wrong with
Big
you?
wheels keep on turning.
Doinen?
Proud Mary.
Have you never heard that
keep on
version?
burning.
Have you never heard the version
I don't
of,
know what
you're
of
doing
John
either.
Fogerty? You gotta listen to it later. I'm not joking. That's how they say it.
Toining.
Toinen,
Oh, I have.
boing.
Big wheels keep on toining.
Yeah.
Proud Mary keep on boining.
Unfortunately, I heard the Tina Turner version first.
Yeah.
What was Ike and Tina Turner?
Ike.
Actually.
She had a good voice though.
Oh, Tina Turner?
Yeah.
Tina Turner is awesome. My favorite Tina Turner song, though, is "We Don't Need Another Hero" from.
We don't need
I just-
hero.
I really like that song, and the fact that she was in the movie and the villain in the movie. I mean, I think that added to it.
She
too.
was and she wasn't. She was kind of.
Master Blast,
She was. Yeah.
ain't we a pair, Raggedy Man?
Raggedy Man.
Raggedy Man.
That's what she called. Mel Gibson's character,
Ah,
Max. Did you, Trey? See, it's weird though. I just think that's a superior version, and which one came out first? For some reason, I think Fogerty's version came out first.
Fogerty. No.
Well, look it up.
I wait in a minute.
You don't really want to know, do you?
I do.
Because if you want to know, you look it up. Then there was quiet, and all was unrest, because there should not be quiet.
would you like there to not be quiet?
It'll be quiet tonight.
You can always come up to my house.
You can go to mine. That'll be good. I got a cat.
I said, why? That's been enough for me for a little bit.
I'm going to go home and watch
Oh God.
watch Craven now.
I'm gonna go hunt some monsters.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Upstate Pulse. Bonzo, Cameron, Matthew, and somewhat paying attention, Odie.
Not even slightly.
It was so close. It was so close. Do you think you're going to be noobless tonight because it's St. Patty's Day?
Yep.
Why do you get angry when I say St. Patty?
Patty.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Patty.
Patty.
Because it's not St. Patty's Day. It's St.
not?
Patty's Day. Paddys.
How do you know what am I enunciating wrong? Do I have to say Patty?
No, because you're saying I know you're saying Patty because you're just trying to,
No,
I know what you're doing.
Patty is a paddy wagon, and I'm guessing a paddy wagon is derivative of something from Ireland.
See,
Am I wrong?
no, because it is a paddy wagon.
Yeah.
Because all the paddy. No, it's actually from America. It's from New York.
I was about to say, yeah.
It's because they used to throw all the paddies into it.
Patties, like
Yeah.
what?
Like the
bur-
paddy. You know the way an
burgers?
Irish person in America is called a paddy.
No.
And Irish people are called paddies.
Why?
Hello, Paddy. How are you? Because Patrick is the most common name in Ireland. Patrick Murphy. There's about 1 million Patrick Murphys. because Murphy is the most common second name and Patrick is the most common first name. So
Do they drop kick?
the Murphys do, yeah.
Okay.
Ah, I think you did. And yeah, so you'll have a paddy wagon to come and
Shut
get
that-
all the Irish
I drank
guys,
up the
all the
Boston.
paddies
So
in Boston.
You
Mm.
cannot tell.
Yes, can.
There's no one in this room
I can
can
s- I can
tell
smell it.
from my enunciation
I can.
how that's spelled.
Yes, can.
How I spell
I
that in
can.
my head. Because when you say a word, you don't spell the word in your head.
I do.
Matthew, when you say a word, do you spell it in your head?
Depends word to word.
So there are some words you say, you spell them in your head while you're having a conversation. Is it like this?
I imagine it's like deep
when
like
I'm
a deep
just
voice
talking
narration.
in a
I'm not-
conversation.
I'm not trying to set you up.
really.
That's just that's what I'm saying. You don't do that. You don't spell it in your head. If you're saying it wrong, you go, man, am I saying that right? And it's if you're not reading it, you're just saying it. It ain't like you're reading, going, okay, I should have went with T's.
I have Cookie
D's.
Monster in my head.
I
Going,
don't.
P is for Patty, and that's okay with me.
So there's a friend of mine back in Ireland, and they're just after sending me a message, and I'm going to ad lib it. It's Paddy to.
Are you about to burst or something?
Yeah, a little
You-
bit.
Okay.
You look like you're trying really hard.
Do you know that word that
I
Irish
said
people
Patty.
use a
See,
lot?
here's the thing. I said Patty.
Yeah, you did say.
And
Paddy.
here's the thing. When I say Patty, I say Patty. When I say Patty, I say Patty.
Yeah, exactly.
I've said Patty both ways.
I know.
Both spellings.
Yes,
That's how I say Patty.
that's how you do
And
it.
you can't tell which Patty I'm
yes,
saying.
I can. I can
The
smell.
Patty
I can
I'm
s-
saying now
can smell
may
the
be different than
difference.
the Patty that I'm saying here in a
Listen,
minute.
there's times when I'm wrong, and they're very seldom, and there's times where I'm right. And some people say that Irish people get very angry very easily, but we don't. And I'm here to tell you one thing. And the other thing they're going to say as well is going to be, no, you're wrong. And you know why I know?
I want to give a quick poll to the room.
Okay.
Odie's.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, I can do
Okay.
that. Is Odie ever wrong on this show, Matthew?
I'm
pretty sure-
I
I'm
plead the fifth.
I'm pretty
There you
sure
go,
I've
he's a good
noticed
guy.
him being
See, Matthew
wrong.
knows that I have the power over
What?
his.
He's afraid you're going
fader.
to Donald Duck.
I-
And so he'll say yes to anything you say. What is that? Is that
I'm
what?
going to get naked.
Well,
No.
then we're gonna bust out the Nerf guns.
Yay! Small target. Are we going to do the rest of the thing? What's it
Yeah,
called? The
We are,
teams?
but I'm also looking at the text line
Oh, okay.
and the stream because I don't want to not let those guys. Guys, officially today is March 15th
It is.
at Two Brute.
Et tu, Brute.
If anybody in here,
It's time to stab your Caesar salad.
yeah, we there was a picture put on social media that maybe had been there before, but it's Little Caesars.
Yeah,
And there's a
with all
bunch
the
of knives in there. And I just laughed out loud, which I don't do very often except on this show.
I know
And I
it.
was just cracking up. That's just
By the way, the reason why we have the Caesar salad is because I was eating a salad when I walked away for a second, came back. All those guys were laying into Caesar and
Yes.
having this thing. And I was like, oh, he's already dead. I can't help.
And by the way, people on the text line cracking on the way Matthew pronounces things when he does news. I just want to say I have to do sports news every single day on our brother station.
Brother.
And you pronounce all the European players in the NBA right now. And there are names. And then work with someone who is a journalism major who wants to write all the stories, but can't pronounce them himself. So I have to go back and double and triple check to make sure everything's good. And then I'm still not sure unless I go to like Google pronunciation or something.
Well, even
Leave me,
then,
all I'm
Google
saying,
pronunciation is wrong
all
95% of the time.
I'm saying is leave Matthew alone. All right.
Yeah.
I found it absolutely hilarious. A while, this was months ago. I got an email from a listener. There was, I love listening to Charlie's show, but you ruin it every time you pronounce center. It's center, not center. That's how they spelled it in the
Center?
email. And I got a good laugh out of that. And I hope that they're still listening. And I hope that they are still cringing every time I say it.
See, here's the thing, when
Maybe
people-
you should say center.
Saner.
You know,
Tanner.
You
I was
need,
down at
like
the
a
center,
center.
playing some basketball.
You need to channel your inner redneck, and you need to say center.
Why I got to be redneck?
'Cause
I was just
Now the
using,
Carolinas most trusted
Right.
forecast.
there you go. He's
From
just
the-
using the vernacular of the area.
From the Upstate
You know,
from the 24/7. I don't have the thing right in front of me, Weather
Oh, you
center.
don't have that
Uh,
memorized? That's a bad
I
look for you
normally
right now.
do, but for some reason I don't right now.
Of all
I don't know. I
people.
couldn't jump right in, probably because I'm trying to do an accent at the same time.
Of all people
All right. So,
that have thrown me.
so here's the
completely.
thing.
That threw me completely.
Here's
You
the
didn't
thing.
expect him to do
Matthew is from South Carolina. However he pronounces it, that's how it's pronounced.
It's
here.
real. That's how it is.
That's how it's pronounced.
I just was not expecting him to go full redneck there for a second.
It's
It
also
just-
because it's the last word in a sentence, so I'll linger on that a little bit.
but you have to do. You have to
Like
like when,
98.9 WORD Weather Center. That's how I say it.
dude.
you sound like that guy
no,
off
wait
the
a minute,
radio.
Wait a minute. So that's what bothers them?
Yeah.
Yes, that
I-
specifically.
I
That's how I
think-
pronounce it.
Yeah, I've heard you do that a bunch of times. I think the emphasis on the word, I think it's amazing. It also
Because
lets
that's my tail end of
it,
the.
it
of
also
the
lets, like, let's say there's a producer that's not paying attention.
Yeah.
He hears center and he knows, oh crap, I got to push a button.
Do I need to do
So Matthew is just looking out for.
I don't put that
for
emphasis
people.
when it's in the middle of a sentence. You've heard me with news stories where I say the Center for Disease Control or something like that.
You need to start doing it. You need
the
to start.
Center for Disease Control.
No, I think they would probably frown upon that, and so would LexCorp probably. By the way.
But we do it. We all do it as well because when we're coming out, when we're going on the tagline, is News Talk 98.9 WD, the voice of the Carolinas. We always extend it.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you always
The
emphasize the
Yeah.
last
voice
word.
of the Carolinas.
Yeah.
and yeah, and we're all being serious and not making fun of it. So there's there.
No, we're not making fun of it in the slightest, but we do. We extend the Carolinas.
Okay, Goose. I still I don't know why. I still love that Goose has a picture of Goose on there. I'm so glad you say that. Say it that way.
I
The
thought
weather lady says weather center. She does.
The Weather Center.
I don't. I haven't actually noticed that. I don't know which one says it because there's a few different people that do. The
It
weather.
might be
Yeah.
Jennifer Vuchitsky. It's probably not evil weather guy.
Jennifer
No, or creepy
Evil
weather,
weather
or creepy weather guy who sounds like he could talk about the end of the earth.
he does.
And just I don't remember his name. And aliens have invaded and they're about to catch everything on fire.
It's
From the
raining
WORD
Weather
News Center, Weather Center. I'm creepy weather guy.
I hope you have a good night.
By the way, the
Wow.
first time I heard that, I was just like, oh,
It's like,
They do elongate.
sorry,
their name. I
Dave.
have noticed
I
that.
can't do that, Dave. I mean, he just reminds me of the guy that was the Hal 9000, or I can't remember what it is.
I can't do that.
Yeah. What I love is when people said her name was Blue Cheesecake. Yeah, it was just like when we first got that weather. Yeah, that was great.
Can I get that with some
her
blue
cousin,
cheese?
ranch cheese.
Ranch cheese.
All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna do at least another. But no, we're gonna get this down to 8. We absolutely are. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Center.
I would like to point out
Hillary,
we've only done
yeah,
2.
Hillary Barsky. Hillary Barsky.
Hillary Barsky.
She does that. I just there's it's weird. So I love the weather. It's pretty accurate for the most part, but there is because it's weather. I mean, it changes. There's a couple times there's just this plain sounding weather woman girl dude just comes. It's like, wait, she sounds normal. What? When did they hire
Where's the
someone normal?
personality?
This-
Gosh.
This can't be real. This got to be a temp. there's no way, because I think they all have a way of enunciating, which makes me think that they were taught to do it that way there.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, a little worried about the storm system that's coming because it's doing some rough stuff other places, and it is coming this way. My favorite traffic guy, you guys probably have never heard of him before because he's on the fan. His name's Bill Brooks. And I would love to have Bill Brooks and another certain news guy do something together. It would be amazing.
Who? What?
There's a guy named Bill Brooks who does, I'm Bill Brooks. And this is your traffic. And that's how he sounds. It's when he's not there, I miss him. He does our traffic every morning.
The day that we have outsourced traffic is the day I will be very happy.
We are, Trey, or some of us are. Does that mean sexually?
No, I hope not.
Is that what that
That
means?
is not what I want to randomly hear with no context.
Yeah, the lack of
Look at his face, though. It was worth it for that.
No, it's like, does he want to kill you? Does he?
Is this someone you know personally? Obviously,
Yeah,
as a text.
that's a really good friend. A
You
really,
need
really
to
good
text
friend.
him back and tell him I'm doing what you asked me to do. It's what you need to do.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell him later.
Oh god.
I've seen that clip. I don't really watch that show.
I don't want to invite Bill on the show, Chris, because this audience won't get it. I would love to have him on the Rob Brown show
Yeah.
because they don't know him,
Yeah.
and they already have their version of Bill Brooks here, Roger Davis. And I would love to see
yeah.
Roger Davis and Bill. I mean, it's their voices together would be golden. It would be
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
That'd be crazy.
And it's something in your head you think would be great. There's some things in my head I think are going to be pretty funny, and then they don't work on the show. I think that pairing would be so good, and I don't want to do it because it may not be, and then I'll be disappointed. I just rather believe it would be and just let that go.
Trey, I don't know.
Yeah, Duna Bros. Bob thinks that's hilarious. He still does that. Now I'm going to use my news voice. And by the way, he would always put his head up like this when he would do it. It was great.
By the way, Trey, I'm pretty sure the Kingpin is using the Punisher logo stuff.
It's not the real dude.
Yeah,
we're
it's
going
not.
to talk about it.
Lay your body down. Lay your body down. Lay your body down.
Oh,
I like Lee's voice when he gets going. When he and you can hear Tara and they're just kind of waiting for him to because once he gets going, you cannot stop him. And he's on. It's not bad. He's just on one. So
I don't listen to the morning show that much. I'm usually getting work done or doing my.
well, yes,
Ron
Chris,
or
but
something
you're
like
talking
that.
about Rod Brown, not Rob Brown.
Rod
Lee,
Brown
Lee does have.
of the Rob Brown show.
I have heard him, of course, do news and stuff like that, as well as hearing him every day. So
Little
he does have a
known
fantastic
fact.
voice.
Lee Rogers used to work at a place called 98.1 The Peak, which was a competitor for this station back in the day. And he is the guy who hired me into radio. He's my very first job was with Lee Rogers.
Your gateway.
No, that makes it well. I guess I have been in radio 28 years almost, and I've been here for 25. I guess it could be maybe a gateway to, or it could just be a career.
I was about to say,
It
you're
could
here
be.
on vacation.
I think
so-
that's just a career.
It
at that
might
point.
just be a career. I don't know.
I've been here for 4.5 years.
Are you including
no, 5.5 years. What am I
Are
saying?
you including the on and off part-time stuff, or
I wasn't on and off. I was just part-time.
you're just only here on certain times? Okay.
I mean, part of part time is just on and off in general.
Well,
wasn't-
I had a consistent schedule when I was part-time.
I wasn't being critical.
Yeah.
Maybe I just only saw you some. I mean,
Nothing
everything is
else
not
about my
adversarial
time.
in this room, unless it's towards Odie. Everything towards Odie is adversarial for all of us. It's us against him.
I mean, yeah, the main difference was just less hours and no benefits
Someone else is here. I just heard a
between
door.
part-time and
Mhm.
full-time. That was the big thing.
Someone, probably someone
Otherwise,
from the block.
my stuff didn't really change. 'Cause I was already doing the anchoring while I was part-time after Ann left.
Stop making it sound like I was saying something bad. I
Ah.
mean, I don't know everyone who's in the building. All that stuff. Someone's here. I would love to know who that is.
Should we be concerned?
No, there was someone here when we pulled up. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It was very funny that while working here for the longest time, I worked from home for more of the time that I had been here.
See, maybe that's part of
COVID came
maybe
in right
maybe that's
after I came here.
maybe that's part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
Yeah, 'cause I started October
Whoa.
2019, and I mean, we were working from
For the longest time. Uh-oh, breaking weather alert. Those get turned off.
Okay.
Yeah, those, I mean, boom. Chris does that. Trust me, because someone left here and I got the pleasure, don't tell anyone, to discontinue his fob.
Ah.
It's one of the greatest pleasures of my entire career. You guys could probably guess who it was. Fat thumb is like a green thumb. Sorry, I put on. I got a fat thumb. You know, it's just anyway. I thought it was funny.
They can't all be golden, Dad.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, hour number 2. Before we get started, I want to, and I know this, I'm sure this has been addressed during the week, but I've been on vacation for a couple of days. I want to thank everybody for making WORD number 1, 12 plus. I mean, what a big deal that is, because here's the thing, news talk as a genre generally has skews old as far as demographics go. And the fact that a younger audience is listening to this station means there are a lot of people out there want to know what's going on. But also what it does, it goes to show how entertaining that the station is. And we as a show would like to take credit for all the 12 plus. That's what we would like to do.
Yep,
I mean,
what it really is, and I know I see the text
don't
line.
you poo-poo.
It's of course me bringing in all the young female.
There we go.
demographic.
There we go. All right. So anyway,
His milkshake.
I mean, if
No, that the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I understand. I bring plenty of boys in as well. It's all right.
whatever you're into, it's. I mean, you know, here's the thing. So the powers that be, if they're listening, and they are, if LexCorp's listening, and let's say if Tara or Charlie listens quite often, been on the show, walking, classic, and he always brings us the most wonderful baked goods.
I miss those scones.
Yes.
Charlie makes the
I
best.
see them in my
hold on.
dreams.
Cameron, hang on for 1 second. Just remember, we weren't going to say it, but we're going to say it. You know the way Charlie makes the best scones, and somebody should ask Charlie to make more scones.
No.
What?
Here's the thing.
What?
I've only had scones once in my life.
Yeah.
He brought them in.
Yes.
I don't want to compare the next batch, even though it may be even more delicious
It
than
will
that
be.
was.
It will be.
I don't want. But you can't guarantee that.
I can.
Why can't I
can 100%
go to my
give you-
grave someday when I'm like 103 years old, only having scones once and not remembering anyone's name?
Here's
Probably
the thing.
won't have teeth.
Or you could just have scones again and enjoy them again.
Or we could get the scones. You could just not have the scones.
That's also true. More scones for us.
Just because you aren't having the scones doesn't mean that we have to be.
Don't take away
exempt
our
from having
fun.
scones.
All right. So what I was saying
Don't you scone exempt us.
is
Charlie makes scones.
I want to say to Tara, to Charlie, to Frady, to LexCorp, I want to say you're welcome. That's all. You're what 12 plus. We did that. It was us. I mean, we get no credit. We got no credit when we did Stream First. We got no credit with all the innovations that have come to this building, have come through this program. 12 plus, it was us.
So should you put your finger up in the air? And,
No, I just
and
want to
ask
say
for
you're
people to
welcome. I mean,
acknowledge
you guys can also say you're welcome, or you can just
Oh, I
let me
just
do it.
realized what 12 plus meant, and my comment about the young now makes me feel weird. And no,
Okay,
that's
I
not what
I was letting that go.
That's not what I meant.
I was letting that go. We were
Oh,
sliding
Oh, I
past
thought you were
that.
also talking about like 12 plus years. Is number
I
one.
assumed it meant 12 years. I did not realize it meant 12 years old plus.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
That's how
It's
that's
okay.
how that works.
You're all good. Let it go.
So-
Let it go.
So the demographic you want is, I believe it's 25 to 45, which is where the money makers are, and those are hard to get because we're competing against music stations and a bunch of different kinds of music, especially even in our very own building. But the fact that we're number 1 12 plus, that is an amazing thing. I've been here longer than anyone else in the building, just about, and I don't recall that happening. I also don't recall a lot of things, so it may have happened, and I just don't remember.
I don't remember
But
that.
I don't
but
recall.
I don't remember a lot of things.
I don't recall that happening, and I just want to say thank you to all the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24-year-olds. 25 up, we already had them. So now we got, and yes, thanks to the Columbus public school system, I'm able to count that high.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah, Ohio math. It's better than
I don't
Steiner
know.
math.
That's pretty high. I don't know that I can count that high.
All right. Before we get back to the bracket, I want to talk about Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasant Brook Drive. And here's the reason why I want to talk about them. All right. I took my granddaughter in there, who's 6 years old, Thursday, because I'm on vacation and she's off on break. And so I didn't take her out of school for this. Leave me alone. Okay. She was off. I babysit. That's what I do.
But it would be a good reason to take them out of
It
school.
would absolutely. I'm a good pawpaw, which, by the way, I did not want to be named pawpaw. But my daughter thought it was hilarious that I didn't want her to call me that. So now she calls me that. That's fine.
Ooh.
So now it's endearing. But anyway, so we went to Borderlands. I hadn't taken her there before. Just because I hadn't. And I took her and showed her. They have a wonderful kids section with kid-sized tables where the kids can sit down and read, and they have a bunch of things geared towards that age group. Then we started walking around, and we were looking at pop figures, Funko Pops, which they have at Borderlands Comics and Games, and she's pointing out all the ones she knew. Very proud as she's naming everybody from Dragon Ball Z. All right, she's just like, there's Vegeta, and there's Bulma, and there's Cheech. She's just pointing all those out. I'm just like, yeah, that's my granddaughter. And then we walked around the corner.
That's a violent series to be watching for a 6-year-old.
Oh, stop it. And then we walked around the corner and we saw Teen Titans Go just came out with a comic book, and she saw that. And so I got her Teen Titans Go comic book. Now, for me, Teen Titans, the classic, much better than Go, but Go is geared towards a younger demographic, which we were just talking about demographics earlier. And then she saw a Jigglypuff model, and she started to really get into Pokemon. And she's like, okay. Then she went into negotiation mode without me saying anything. Like, you can put the comic book back, but I want the model. And as I'm standing there, there's a black gentleman. I'm only saying the color because so you can envision who he is. Probably in his 30s to 40s, could be listening right now. He looked over. He's like, you should get it for her. And I'm like, okay, here we go, dude. Why are you doing this? And he's like, no, my kids love them. It's like, we sit down together, we put them together, we talk about who they are and all that kind of stuff. He's like, she's not too young for it. I'm like, okay, you sold me. And the reason why I'm saying this, first of all, I took a 6-year-old, fine, in Borderlands Comics and Games. Someone was in there who talked to me into getting the model, who did not work there. It's just another dad who was in there who did that. And that's how familiar it is in there. I mean, anybody you go in there, you have conversations with just anybody can, and I'm not that approachable, at least I think in my head. But everyone in there talks to me, and I talk back to them, and my mind doesn't go blank because it's a haven. It's a place for nerds. It's a place for geeks. It's a place where you can find everything you need as far as Funko Pops, as far as statues, manga, depending on if it's me saying it or if it's Matthew saying it. They have vintage video games.
Well, the correct pronunciation is manga.
Okay. The guy on the commercial for that establishment says manga. So I don't.
That's unfortunate because they're pronouncing it wrong.
Okay, I don't know. So anyway, check out Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive. Go there. You're going to find something that you'll enjoy. And also, South Carolina Comic-Con coming up April 5th and 6th. Rob Young from both of those places will be on with us next week.
Hey, Matthew, say the pronunciation again.
Manga.
Okay.
Wow. You went all that way for that. Way to go.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so do I. All right, let us get on with the brackets.
Do you want to take an ad or do you want to go to break?
After we go to break.
There you go. Look at that.
You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98. I'm sorry, the time's just going so fast. Right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Dear Bros, on behalf of the show, I'd like to say, what? Whoever texted Hillary Barsky on here, now I just keep hearing her in my head.
Hillary
That's just-
Barsky.
I'm Hillary Barsky, and it's just I can't get out of my. I'm gonna I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night tonight and hear that.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
gonna-
wake up on a cold. sweat.
Yeah, well, I
I'm
don't know
Hillary
about that.
Barsky.
Is that like the new ringtone?
I'm gonna ask my cat. Did you say that? Where did that come from?
No.
I'm Hillary Barsky.
The cat replies, "No, I think you should go back to bed."
I hate that.
What?
I hate that. Just that long. Like,
Oh, I thought you looked at the top text, which we're not talking about. But still,
No, I have.
well, no, you don't.
I want to
No,
see
you
it.
don't. It's not. It's just political. That's why you don't. I told you.
I mean, it's just kind of nothing.
Yeah, right. But it's still political. So,
I'm talking about something like that tomorrow night.
of course you are.
Just a little bit.
On the Odie Fitzgerald show Sunday night.
Sunday nights, 8:00.
Yeah.
Everyone gets offended that when I don't listen to their shows, and I keep telling everybody, all I hear is mistakes, and it's not your fault.
You wouldn't hear mistakes on my show. Do you
No,
know why?
I definitely
You know
will.
why? You know why?
You're right. You're mistake free on this show, so of course you would be mistake free on that one.
Tonight I am.
How many near misses have you had so far?
2.
Okay.
Well, it was actually 3.
we still got 43
Wait,
minutes.
no,
left.
say that correctly.
3.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yes,
People in
it-
Ireland listening.
I thought this was the
St.
Irish
Paddy's
show.
Day.
Paddy's Day. What?
I thought this was the Irish show today.
It is the Irish show, so I'm saying 3. I like the way Duna Bros says, so far.
Yeah.
Well, we are all thinking it. Some of
Yeah.
us are saying
We're
it.
just waiting.
There's always more room to fail.
I've been waiting
We're
for a
waiting.
noob like you.
Here's the thing: we're not going to try to cause a noob to happen because that would be premeditated noobage, and we're not going to do that.
We don't do that. That would be noobing in the first degree.
Yes.
Ah, adjudicator Pappy.
I've been waiting for a noob like you to come on to the boat.
The boat?
bored.
The board. Okay, I was
It
like,
sounds like a boat. I heard boat.
I
I,
heard
did,
boat
I
too.
definitely heard boat.
Why are we going on
There was
a
a
boat?
T in there. I mean, obviously, we heard how you spelled it by the way you said it.
Yeah.
I'll also
Uh-huh.
say you did a good job. But
That's what you said to me earlier about the patty.
Yeah. Listen, Duna Bros, you just sit in your tower there.
What if I said Nick Paddywhack?
Give a dog a bone.
Which patty am I saying?
This
Am
one.
I-
This old man
You know,
came rolling home.
in Nick Paddywhack?
Yeah.
I have no idea how patty is spelled.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Spelled with letters.
I've never seen it spelled out.
in Irish.
You learn the song, you
what's
don't
a patty
have
whack?
to read it.
Is it where you whack Patty or
And why did they give him a bone?
was Patty a dog?
I believe Patty might have been a dog.
Unless it was a frog, because it's a knick-knack paddywhack. Give
This
the
is
frog alone.
Nick There's no frog in that. You made that up.
I did not.
Knick-knack, paddywhack. I tripped
trying
on Mr.
to-
Bone.
Trying to put green in there when there was none.
His old man's a rolling stone.
Whoever he lived has had as his home.
What's your name? Kermit. Kermit what? Kermit Jagger. His old man is a rolling stone.
Papa was a rolling stone.
I did not kill Fozzie Bear.
Big wheels keep on burning.
No, they don't. They keep
Yeah.
turning.
Oh no!
They'll perform
If the
as
wheels
the
are
band,
burning,
and I'll be the manager.
How can we stand while these beds are burning?
you've heard that song, right,
What?
dude? Really?
Could you not do that?
I'm on vacation from
Oh.
that. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo here along with Matthew, Cameron, Odie. There are no derailments. We're never on the tracks. You can't come off the tracks if you're not on it. But let's get back into the bracket because the biggest matchup in the entire thing so far is about to happen. G.I. Joe is going up against Dungeons and Dragons. Why is he? I mean,
He's so
he
frustrated.
knows I'm going to do it.
He's so easily
He knows
baited.
it's coming, or he doesn't, or he suspects I'm going to go a different direction, and then you should always be ready.
Odie apparently is just easily swerved.
That's the next matchup, but the matchup we're going to talk about now is Hot Wheels versus a cardboard box. Now we are going to talk about Nerf. So Nerf is one of our favorite things, and I'm sorry no one's been on the Nerf wall in a while, but it's just been there've been a lot of gatherings, and because of gatherings, we can't really pick because it's unfair. There's got to be at least 4 people in here. I don't think 2 people shooting one person on the Nerf wall is enough. I think you need at least 3 people hitting you with the sweet Nerf goodness. So Nerf,
So 3 to 4 makes a squad.
yes, it does. I think it's a little loud.
they say that
Okay.
violence is never the answer, but I don't think they've ever dealt with Odie constantly playing the stick song at them. Because violence is quickly becoming the answer.
All right, so Nerf
I'm agreeing
is
with Matthew.
Nerf is going up against stick. All right, a stick is a thing that you can make into any kind of toy you want. You pick up a stick, you can pretend that stick is something. That stick is a lightsaber. That stick is
Can
a
we just
musket.
vote?
That stick is
Executive decision. The longer that you explain, the longer he has to play stick. I'm voting for Nerf because get this thing out of here.
I'm also voting for Nerf. Please.
okay.
Also, it's Nerf for nothing.
Yes.
All right. So we got 2 votes for Nerf. Odie, what are you voting for?
You even need to ask.
Stick.
Okay. Odie is voting for stick. Our text line is 800-905.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
0989. As a poor child, we never had Nerf. I love Nerf now, but we did not have Nerf. What we did have is we had sticks. So here's the thing. All right, turn that down a little bit.
Or just a little.
So we have a tie between stick and Nerf. Whoever texts in, when I give you the countdown, whoever texts in Nerf or stick, that's what's going through. Here's your countdown. 3, 2, 1, Nerf or stick. Text line 800-905-0989. Will the music die tonight or will it move
Please kill
on
it.
till next
Please
week?
kill
My
it.
literal sanity. Oh. I don't like that band.
I'm guessing we just got some bad news.
We got some great news.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
We do.
I don't know that I can count that.
Is it the word you want?
I see stick it to them.
That's stick.
That's not
And
stick.
then I just heard them
not
say,
stick.
I heard them say marshmallows for some reason. All because you stick marshmallow on the end of the stick.
But that's not the thing. Stick it to him is not the thing.
Now, here's what we're gonna have to do.
We have to do it again.
No, I don't know what to do here. Because
What's the first word in the text?
yeah, but then there's a squiggly thing, which is not really a hyphen. I don't know
Somebody
what that
voted
is.
Americano, so you know.
I'm gonna have to make an executive decision here.
I think we need some dice.
no, we don't. Stick goes through.
Yeah.
Oh!
No.
What was that?
It's true. This is just Odie's fantasy. This isn't real. Stick did not make it through.
It's just a whole bunch of green and sticks and I don't know, Demi Moore, I'm guessing. Just
What about Demi Moore?
I don't know. I'm just assuming things about Demi. But
I loved her in One Crazy Summer.
no, she's great.
She had a nice voice, according to the grandpa. All right, so stick goes through. Our next matchup is Dungeons and Dragons versus G.I. Joe. Dungeons and Dragons, something 3 of the 4 of us have played. Some of us plays it a lot. That would be Matthew and Cameron. I would play more, but I was just waiting for more radio D&D. I can't even say it.
You
How's
mean
that?
radio D&D-O?
Yeah, that
Probably
thing.
the worst thing we've ever come up with as
Well,
far as the name goes.
Come on, Rod Brown came up
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
right.
And it's his creative license. I think he even had a banner made because he makes a banner for everything. So anyway, D&D versus G.I. Joe. Back when I was a kid, there's some things that I didn't know, but when I did know, I knew that knowing was half the battle. G.I. Joe taught me that. Okay.
G.I. Joe.
I was also taught as a kid that D&D is a gateway to the devil and the demonic world. And if you play that game, that you might be possessed by an evil entity that may cause you to go out and do nefarious things.
That's terrible. How
was-
could you possibly?
which was
say that?
depicted in last season of Stranger Things. Long live Eddie. Well, actually, he didn't live, but
He didn't live long.
his solo was wicked, and now he's
He
Johnny
lived
Storm.
well though.
Now he's Johnny Storm. So anyway, D&D versus G.I. Joe. OD.
I'm gonna, as I went the last time, because I know how much joy it brings the three of y'all, because y'all are y'all, and it was the three of y'all. I'm going to go with D&D.
Hey, look, Griff Jenkins still wrestles. Matthew.
Okay.
Griff Garrison.
I'm
my bad.
absolutely going to be going with D&D, to nobody's surprise.
Why do you hate G.I. Joe?
Nobody beats G.I. Joe apart from D&D.
Because I think it's the absolute bare minimum toy brand.
Well, here's the thing. I also believe that they, I don't know where they got the hair from. It's so lifelike. I mean, I'm not saying that they get off cadavers or,
They grew
or
it.
animals
I think they grew
or
it.
what. It could be actual growing hair.
I think it's moss.
it has a moss feel to
Yeah.
it. It absolutely does.
Are you sure it's not just some dude with some massive beard that they're
Yeah, it's like-
trimming slowly?
It's not really beardy hair.
Yeah, it's not. It's no.
I'm glad that I don't know what. you
It's
guys
no
are
kind of
talking
hair on
about,
your
actually.
body. It's no. I mean, because there's a joke there, but it don't feel like that. It don't feel like any kind of hair on your body.
No.
It's weird. It's very odd.
Well, now toe hair similar.
Could be toe hair, possibly,
Extracted
Uh,
from various toe hairs across the-
which would be kind of amazing.
Sasquatch toe hair.
All right, Cameron, what you got?
I'm gonna go with D&D.
Yeah, people
yeah,
are already
we're still-
voting.
Still voting.
Yeah. So D&D goes through.
Yeah.
I'm going with D&D too, even though I interviewed Sergeant Slaughter and it was an amazing interview when he called Rob Brown a puke. But
I will also say,
But it
in
is,
G.I.
I mean, it
Joe's-
is.
for G.I. Joe, no one is half the battle, and the other half of the battle is extreme gratuitous violence.
Well,
It's true.
Actually, the battle is that's if it's a battle.
Well, no, if we're splitting it in half.
Well,
of it's
G.I. Joe
knowledge.
are soldiers and they're fighting and the battles are gratuitous. All right, let's get another matchup in here really quick. Hot Wheels. So the cars that Odie would catch on fire as a kid when he wasn't supposed to be playing with matches, but he was,
What?
except for he wasn't playing with matches. He was playing with a lighter, a big lighter that he shouldn't have gotten.
Zippo.
Well, I was going to see, I tried to keep it away from the mafia. And you had to go right into the mafia.
Listen,
I mean,
right?
it's just because it was a gold-plated lighter given to you by, we'll call him your uncle.
Yeah, Uncle
Yeah,
Don.
yeah.
Uncle Don.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. He tries to get out. They keep pulling him back in. What can
Do
he
this
do?
to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yes. So Hot Wheels versus the place that Matthew goes every time he's at a gathering. Cardboard box. We all know that's where he is. We don't know where he's casing because he won't let us know. But he's in the cardboard box. And here's the thing: if he gets caught, which doesn't happen, but if he were to get caught, you just show him his media pass. And he just
It's my hole. It was made for me.
okay. There we go. So
How do you get the exclamation mark to hover above your head?
That's a trade secret.
Okay.
so Hot Wheels versus cardboard box. Cameron, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the cardboard box.
Wow. Over Hot Wheels.
Hmm.
I'm going to go next and say I never liked Hot Wheels. I know everybody else does, but I just didn't really play with Hot Wheels
been a car
cars.
kid.
Yeah, and that's probably my fault because I didn't like them, so I didn't buy them for you. So,
We're very personality based.
as someone who had children and has a grandkid and maybe sometimes may have these tendencies themselves, cardboard boxes are very entertaining.
yes,
So I'm going to go with cardboard box. That's 2 cardboard boxes. Matthew, what you got?
I'm not a car guy, but I love Hot Wheels. I loved it as a kid. And fun fact, I actually recently, this past week, rewatched the Hot Wheels World Race movie with a bunch of friends because it was just in my brain for some reason. I was like, hey guys, y'all want to watch the Hot Wheels World Race movie? They're like, sure.
I don't even know what
And it was
road you're talking about.
It was for the 35th anniversary. It's actually unironically a really fun time. Go watch it. It's available on archive.org.
Oh no, I'm watching it. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you to stop.
All right. Okay.
Look on your
But
face.
yeah,
Stop.
so I'm gonna go with Hot Wheels.
Wow.
Mm.
So the guy in the cardboard box
Mm. He's going to go for the wheels of
is
hot.
going for Hot Wheels.
If
Oh,
I
you
was
combined
Snake right
them.
now, this would be a different story. But I'm Matthew right now.
All right, Odie.
As you know, I am a car guy, and I'm big into my cars. I've always been big into my cars. I've always been a petrol head or a gas monkey or whatever you want to call it. But
The chunky monkey.
yeah, well, I'm one of them as well. What I will say is the amount of pleasure that I got from watching my son play with a box of a toy that was extremely expensive.
Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, that's really how that works.
And he just got so much fun out of that cardboard box. And I was just looking, I was like, I know I spent so much money on that toy, but you just want to make a spaceship out of the cardboard box. So I'm going to go with cardboard box.
All right, cardboard box goes through. Big surprise there is that Matthew went with Hot Wheels. We're gonna take a break. We come back. We got a couple more matchups which we might breeze through, but I didn't promise, but I told Matthew that we talk Invincible. So we're gonna talk that first, then we'll get back to the bracket. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News. And I'm not doing that tease thing where I get sidetracked and the show's over and we didn't do it. We're definitely gonna do that when we come back. It's the Upstate Pulse News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. I mean, the big swerve was Matthew going for Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, no one expected that. No one saw that coming.
What, did you expect car guy Matthew?
Car guy Matthew runs on nitro and petrol.
I don't know what that second thing was. Sounds foreign.
Petrol. Gasoline.
There you go. Even sounds more manly. Gasoline.
Hello, I'd like to get some petrol in my motor vehicle, please.
Little bitty car.
I got a small little car. It just runs on petrol. That's all it does.
You know, I really hate running.
Steering
to
wheel's on the
Leprechaun
wrong
gas station.
side.
And you come over here and it's like, hey, buddy, fill my car with gasoline.
Gas her up.
It must have been in New Jersey because it's the
Brother.
law in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You can't pump your own gas. So they have to pump it for you.
No, Viper Dave, it's not. Well, Viper Dave, did you stick it to him? You did, see?
Well, he admitted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that.
There's this thing, Dave. You know, sometimes you do this thing
Dave's not here,
for radio to make it more dramatic, to make it more. I was going to go with stick all along. I mean, you got in first. You did. It has nothing to do with how much that song annoys certain people because that would not. No, you got stick first. Now here's the thing.
That's a catchy song.
No. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why I let it through. This is the hyphen. If the hyphen hadn't been there and it would have just been stick it to him,
Yeah, no.
then that's no longer a stick. That's a verb.
So what we're saying is thank
Viper
you.
Dave, I'd like to let you know that you are
So-
not dead to me.
So your hyphen is what saved it, or Nerf would have went through.
Because it's stick. End of sentence.
Right. And
It to him.
yes. No hyphen, then it would not have been right.
I feel like we should have had some professional editors
So,
come
Dave-
in and review this.
What we're going to learn from this, Dave, is next week, just one word, buddy. I love you, brother. Brother. But just one word, okay? Just one word.
No, go with
Just
multiple
one
words.
word.
Stick it to us at your heart.
Thing is, today I had planned on giving my right to vote. I was going to give my vote to Rob Young. Next week I will give my vote to Rob Young.
Okay.
Vote. I don't mind being the
The guy.
MC.
MC.
you know?
I would have figured we should give Odie's vote away.
Not on St. Patty's Day.
Sorry, I just had to adjust my glasses there.
This is I didn't even look, but I
You know,
felt
that
it.
finger gets stuck sometimes.
Only up my nose.
It could be, Texter. It could be, but I don't think so.
You know, that'd be a really interesting final.
I still don't think that'll happen. I mean, as I stated at the beginning of this whole thing, when we weren't going to do it, but I decided to do it. I don't care who wins. And in this case, I had no idea. I mean, there's momentum for certain things. But I still don't know what's going to win. I believe it won't be what you think it is, though. I believe somehow Stick will go down next week because if you see what Stick's going up against,
Yeah.
the song dies after this week. No way it gets past next week.
Oh yeah.
Even if although if I give up my vote, I didn't. So the host is coming in though, so you know. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, Lonzo and Matthew, Cameron, and Odie. And because I am someone who, when it's requested of them, likes to keep people happy, and so before we finish out this half of the bracket, even if we have to squeeze through, even if we have to do it after the show is over, we'll get it down to our final 8. But let's talk some Invincible. We are going to spoil. There's no way to
you can't not spoil.
This entire season is over. And so the final episode of this season aired Thursday. So we're going to talk about, so if you haven't watched the latest episode, sorry, we are going to talk about the latest episode. Matthew, go ahead and talk about it because I'm about ready to cough.
So I wasn't here last week to talk about Invincible War, which was also amazing. But this week, for the finale of season 3, we got Conquest. We finally got Conquest. And all I can say, cinema. Peak cinema.
Wow.
It was perfect.
Wow, I was not expecting that.
It was amazing.
Just for a second, Matthew, just go back a little bit. Invincible is animated?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
animated. So it's originally from Robert Kirkman series of comics by the same title, Invincible, that ran in, I think, the early to mid 2000s.
By the way, Robert Kirkman is the guy who wrote Walking Dead. So
Yeah,
same
okay.
guy.
Now, is it kind of manga kind of stuff?
Oh, it's
No, it's based on like Western superhero comics, but it's kind of a deconstruction of the different tropes.
Gotcha.
Also, very brutal
it's
and very mature.
Very violent.
yeah, very bloody
Where can somebody
Amazon
Prime?
Prime.
Oh, okay.
on Prime. And so there's 3 seasons that you can watch now.
Yes.
So this episode, and also
They were saving the budget.
They
yeah,
were.
there's story behind, I mean, even behind the fact that the voice actors about it being Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yup, he got his run back.
And so Glenn got his revenge.
Yup.
And it was worth it for that. So I mean, this
Sort
was
of in the same way too.
yeah, this is probably the most brutal episode of all. First of all, it looked like Adam Eve was dead because
Yeah.
she kind of was very close, just a little bit of a spark left. And you find out how powerful she really is. And I loved her line, "Am I naked?" I mean, that was a great line.
There's
Hold on, what
so many iconic lines from the series in this episode, and Steven Yeun absolutely nailed it at every turn,
All right,
especially on "I can see the future. You don't live
Yes.
to see tomorrow" is unironically probably the hardest line in the series.
well, the fact that he did go to the future and that guy wasn't there. So he knows that he wasn't there. Texture says, guys, that Invincible finale was brutal. Conquest is now in my top 10 villains. When he whispered to him.
That monologue
so
is new.
lonely.
That was not in the original comics, and it's so good.
Yeah.
It adds so much to the character.
I'm so alone. It just the
Oh,
whole
and
thing.
the final thing, the nail in the coffin, if you would, take it to your grave. And then just starts choking the mess out of Mark again.
Yeah.
But just looking at it here, I mean, apart from the fact that y'all say it's amazing, it's a star-studded lineup. I mean, you got Mark Hamill, you got Stephen Yen, you got Seth Rogen, you've got J.K. Simmons, you've got Walton Goggins. I mean, that's
And
Yeah.
one of the wonderful things, despite it being a bunch of big celebrities, which I generally hate a lot of the times in animated stuff, is just bringing people in because the name sells. but every single one of them, for the most part, is an actual voice actor as well. They
Yeah,
have
yeah,
voice
no,
acting
they are,
experience and are
yeah.
very, very talented.
Oh,
So it's
Mr.
not
Krabs is
just
in it.
because they're
Yeah.
an A-list actor.
And here's the thing with Steven Yeun: if you didn't know it was him, you wouldn't recognize him.
Oh no.
I mean that voice is
Also,
yeah.
I have not seen him miss at any point in this series. He is
He's been
amazing
fantastic.
as Mark.
I'm thinking now when I go home this evening, I might just have to have a little bit of an old Google onto the Prime and have a little look now and see what this is all about.
You should.
Yeah, you should. It's a fantastic series.
So, do you think 2 episodes to be hooked, or you think he'll be hooked in the first episode?
Oh, he'll be hooked at the end of the first episode.
At the end,
Here's the thing.
I'm pretty fickle.
Here's the thing.
You'll be hooked by the end
Just
of the first
because the
episode.
credits start, don't stop.
Oh, it's like Marvel, is it?
Oh no, it's worse than that. I mean, like I think is the Invincible thing like at the end of the first episode when it does that, because I thought it was over.
yeah,
and
and
it wasn't.
then
Yeah, so
also, the use of the title card is amazing.
yeah, the title card just shows up here and there.
The one thing about
They
this
don't
season,
actually say
of course,
Invincible
aside
in a
from
lot
the
of it.
animation,
They just show
wishing that
the-
they would give more budget and more time to the animators. Aside from that, I did not like episode 6's use of the title card in that one scene with Powerplex. Every time that he said Invincible, they threw it up. It was like, yeah, that's cool, I guess, for an idea, but you're kind of undercutting the scene a little bit. Like, it's
No.
a small gripe, but it's like you're kind of undercutting
But
the
it was
scene.
also showing all the different Invincibles that are coming.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was,
yeah,
so
which
it's
is
showing
really
off the
cool.
rest of
I
the
love the
variants.
Easter egg. You're just kind of undercutting the serious scene with a joke.
All right, so I went a couple years without watching it, and you guys had talked about it a bunch, and then finally I sat down and was like, okay, I got it, and then I was hooked. And
Oh,
I didn't. Cameron was like, Dad, you probably, I'm not sure you want to watch this, and which made me want to watch it because that's me, and maybe he was doing that for motivational purposes.
I
don't
certainly
know.
would not do that for
Yeah,
reverse
but
psychology
it's a
purposes.
really good show. Definitely adult. Do not watch it with kids. And by the way, thought Oliver was done. That was
Oh, God.
when he is
Oh, yeah.
he is stretching him and saying, okay, the first thing's going to happen. I forget the order is your bones are going to snap. And then the last thing will be your skin because it's the last thing and he knocked all his teeth out. And it's just like, oh my
It was like
God.
the teeth started falling and they kept going.
Yeah, it
It
was
just, ugh.
as soon as his mom gave her blessing for him to go, I was like, oh, he's dead. He is so dead.
That's gonna mess her up even more.
Yeah.
Poor Debbie.
And by the way, Seth Rogen's character is one of my favorite characters. I just
I
it's
feel like we should high five, but that was really gross.
Yeah.
Alan the alien.
yes,
Yeah.
it's it's really good. All right, let's jump back into the bracket.
Yeah, we got time. We got time.
See, we talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
We absolutely
Go
did.
watch Invincible.
I'll probably watch it.
You should watch it. I think you would really like it. All right, our next matchup is Transformers versus X-Men. So we got a couple of big time franchises going up against each other. And I loved the Transformers movies. I know people don't like Shia LaBeouf. I'm still going to say I loved him in those movies. I thought they were really good. But as far as the toys go, couldn't afford them. Absolutely could not afford. X-Men. Really loved X-Men. I loved but I loved the comic book. So the toys, got to play with the toys, but my favorite X-Men toy was not my X-Men toy. It was Cameron's X-Men toy, a toy that I got for him. And it was Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My leg, you're breaking my leg. And a bunch of other stuff that it was one of those voice acted, those things that you could just beat up. Those kind of things.
Like Bop It kind of.
Yeah, well, this was more like it's almost like a pillow to a
Okay.
degree.
Yeah.
It had like a skeletal thing to it.
But
like
if you
it had-
twist the leg or
Yeah,
it would say
It'll do
stuff.
some sound.
So
stuff.
because of that, I'm going with X-Men. Odie, what do you got?
That's a tough one for me. Can I reference from the movies?
We're talking about the toy
Yeah,
specifically.
I know.
And
but-
if you played with the toy, you notice I referenced a toy.
I know, but I didn't really play with either of them.
Okay, well then you got to pick one.
Well, which idea
whatever
do you
reason.
find cooler?
I like the idea of robots coming down onto the planet,
Robots.
and I am Megatron.
I pegged you as a Starscream guy.
See,
don't know
I
why.
thought the same.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Which Starscream now? The old Starscream or the whiny little?
Yes.
I'm Starsky.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yes.
Megatron, don't hurt
All right.
me.
Which one are you picking?
No, just because of that X-Men.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
here we
good
go.
luck. I'm out.
Matthew.
Done.
I actually had several Transformers toys as a kid, but my neighbor across the street had a lot of Transformers toys. And honestly, I think Transformers toys are the absolute peak of 80s toys. They're so cool, especially just how they function and work and everything. I love them. Transformers all the way.
Robots in the skies.
I'm gonna have to go with X-Men just because of there's a couple other toys I had too, but the beat 'em up Wolverine was awesome.
X gonna give it to you.
Also, might have inadvertently reenacted the whole Conquest versus Mark fight.
So am I right in saying that
I was
that's,
brutal with that thing.
am I right in saying that's a tie?
No,
Is that?
no,
You voted Transformers.
no, I did not.
Oh, did you not?
No, I went with X-Men.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
you
I did this
rescinded
whole
your
story.
vote.
I don't know where you were talking about the toy that.
Did you vote
yeah.
X-Men because you thought he voted Transformers?
No, I voted X-Men because he annoyed me talking about.
Starscream.
Okay, anyway, X-Men went through. All right, we're gonna skip lightning round because I want to get through this, but we are gonna take our final break. You're listening to Upstate Pulse
Fine, I
right
have to
here
go and do
on
stuff now.
News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Odie, like the winds on the sea, be a fickle beast.
So keep lightning round. Oh, I have it as
If I decide lightning, no, we don't have it. Come back with the regular regional. Wow. I bet Matthew can tell you the proper way to stretch. He's just ignoring me. I tried.
What are you trying to do?
See? See? I told you.
There's something about stretching, I heard.
I don't need
Texture said Transformers Soundwave's voice was cool. It was. Soundwave's voice was cool in the cartoon.
Soundwave is the scariest one.
Yes.
I was watching some YouTube Lord
Yeah,
of
the
the
dead Invincibles, whatever those things are called, those things are going to be wicked.
Reanimate.
The Reanimate are just, yeah. How are they going to beat those?
Well, hopefully they'll be on their side.
Well, hopefully, but how often have they been on their side? And how
Eh,
many of those dead people has Mark killed so far? If you can kill.
Oh, you can kill it if it's already dead.
Well, Dave, I will tell you, I will not be staying up to watch the opening round of F1. I will probably be up, maybe. I don't know.
What's F1? Oh yeah.
Look at you. How do they race around the peninsula?
He's finding different variations on how to do that, and I approve. I'm glad that he's
Is down worse than up?
Yep.
Okay. I just don't.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm setting up my show for tomorrow night.
Is down worse than the double bird?
Yeah.
It's a running joke, Dave. Well, absolutely, Australia is an island.
G'day, Bryce.
Who's Bruce, and why are you telling?
Unless there's some sort of land bridge connecting New Zealand. I don't know. Maybe it was made by hobbits.
Well, there was one, and then an accident happened, and it was gone.
No, Australia is actually the only
Someone
island.
drove a boat into the land bridge, man.
Australia.
Why would do that? They're like out there surfing, just like ran the boat right into.
Who put this bridge in my way?
Australia is the only island that has ever not been connected to anything else.
Wallaby Lane. That's exactly what it was.
Wallaby Lane.
The little wallabies.
Did you hear about the girl that picked up the wallaby?
I don't want to.
An influencer picked up a baby wallaby and removed it from its mother, and its mother started getting distressed, and they kicked her out of Australia. They made her leave Australia.
So she got pardoned.
No, she was American. She was told, get out.
Oh, she got pardoned. She left the penal colony.
Do you know that wallabies have square poop?
I got the joke.
I know, I got it. But do you know that wallabies have square poops? Their poops are cubed.
I believe we talked about that before.
You have a minor fascination with that.
Yeah, because
I do.
you said that before.
It's cube poop.
Yeah, so
How do they poop and tube?
Well,
Sorely.
We'll have to go watch the Minecraft movie and we'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, I have a follow-up question, which might be stream exclusive.
All right, we're skipping the lightning round because we want to finish up the brackets. And me too, Trey. Me too. But when you get older, and if you don't know what that is, you have to check out the stream.
I do.
Yeah. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go into
I don't
detail
think I was listening.
because
to
you
that.
know it's not. It was just, anyway. All right, our next matchup is Uno, the card game Uno, which I just sent a draw for Matthew's way because everyone. If we were playing right now, we all would draw to him. We draw for him. We would reverse. And we hit him with it. Then we would skip him, and Matthew would just get angry. He just absolutely would. Uno versus a water balloon. Which is worse, getting draw forward or getting hit with a water balloon?
Water balloon on a cold day.
Well, why would you do it on a cold day?
Well, I mean, if they haven't thawed out yet.
We mean thawed out. That's not a water balloon.
Oh, okay.
That's an ice projectile.
Fair enough.
It's also a salt.
Yes, it is.
No, because if you put salt in it, it'll melt.
He's got a point there. All right, so Uno versus water balloon. Cameron, what you got?
Well, I'm going to go with Uno because Uno transcends the game to
What?
where soccer players can pull out a reverse card and not get penalized.
It's true.
It's very true.
No, it's not.
It's a
Uno
real
reversal
rule.
card.
You didn't know that?
It reverses anything thrown your way.
Yeah.
Look, it's soccer. Nobody cares about it.
Yeah, just yeah.
Soccer. You
All right,
guys play
Matthew.
soccer?
Matthew, what you got? Uno or a water balloon?
I got to go with Uno.
All right, so that's two Unos, two of them.
Two Unos.
All right,
Those Unos.
so that makes it two, right? All right, so Odie,
Ice balloons. I mean, water balloons.
water balloon. So we have two Unos and a water balloon. We're gonna make it three Unos. I love water balloons,
Why?
but there is nothing. All right, there's some things better, but it's an amazing thing playing a game
So that's three.
and hitting someone with a draw four.
Wait, what'd you say, Odie?
That's three.
There we go. Let's
Sorry
get it
about
right.
that. Sorry
All
about
right, and our final matchup that will get us to our Elite Eight is RC vehicles versus Legos. All right, so
that. That's a hard one now.
RC vehicles. It can be a drone. It could be a boat.
Helicopter,
It could be a helicopter.
airplane,
It could be a
Rocket.
dirigible.
rocket ship,
I mean, a dirigible.
dirigible,
A dirigible.
dirigible,
A dirigible.
Yeah. a blimp.
No, dirigibles and blimps are two different things.
Not
They're
necessarily.
of the same family.
They're both airships.
You know,
Did-
the Hindenburg was a terrible accident.
That was
and
a
was-
Zeppelin, though.
Yeah. See, there we go. There we go. All right. So you've got RC vehicles versus Legos.
Yeah.
Odie,
Yeah.
you got
Come back to me, will you?
Did
No.
you slightly snarl?
no.
right
I
there?
want you to go first.
I'm going to. I'm going to go with RC vehicles.
Wow. Okay. Odie's going RC. Matthew, what you got?
To nobody's surprise, I'm going with Legos.
All right.
Lego.
Cameron.
I'm also going Legos.
And you know what I'm going with? Legos, because I love Legos.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
You know what we didn't have? We didn't have tragedy in Lego.
We did not have tragedy in Legoland. You know what?
Tragedy.
If we did, it would be like a lightning strike.
I reckon it's going to be stick and Legos.
It
in
would
the
be like
final.
it would be like a lightning strike.
Oh.
You know, lightning doesn't strike twice in one.
It would
Can
be
only
like
strike twice so many times.
I don't consider that a noob. Although he wasn't paying attention.
I was talking about
just-
Legos and
He's just looking like,
RC
what is he
vehicles.
doing? Why is he talking
he had
about
that
that?
blank stare.
I was kind of like, are you talking about the inclement weather that's
I
coming
think
tonight?
the texture has this perfect laugh out loud. Yes. If you weren't watching on stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X, go back after the show's over just a little bit and look at the look on his face. You can actually see recognition. It takes a little bit. It takes just a little bit.
Listen.
We're all looking at him.
What
And then
are you
finally-
talking about when I read?
No,
one
I'm talking
certain
about when he
message?
finally got the hint that I wanted him to hit lightning.
Oh,
It's not all
okay.
about you, Matthew. God.
It's not the Matthew show, Matthew.
Yeah, we're making fun of Odie right now.
Yeah. Oh, he's an idiot. What?
No one said that. All right. Sadie Sink
He
has
said it,
been
not me.
Sadie Sink from Stranger Things has been cast in Spider-Man 4. Matthew, who's she going to play?
I have no idea.
Cameron, who do you think she's going to play?
Firestar.
All right, that is
I think they're gonna.
first of
bring
all, the
back,
speculation first was Jean Grey, also Mary Jane Watson, but I have read Firestar, and I've also read that Bobby's going to be there too,
I hope so.
and that they're going to reunite Spider-Man and his amazing friends
Yes, they should.
for the first time in live action. And I got to admit, that would be kind of cool.
It would also give them superhero friends.
What's her name? Mary Sink.
Sadie Sink.
Sadie.
Sadie Sink.
Yes.
Let that sink in for a minute.
Yes, you should. She has red hair.
Okay.
She's a youngin.
Would you say
she's
there would
gonna
be
play-
his amazing friends?
We already did.
We did that. It's all right. You know, it's
I
okay.
didn't catch. That
I
you
think-
said that.
I
Alright,
think-
alright.
We'd already talked about it.
She's going to play Spider-Man.
All right. I don't know if anybody's seen this, but the Lilo and Stitch trailer is out, the live action. This is the first one I actually think I might want to go see.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's
listen,
exactly the same. It's exactly the same.
I like the little girl. I think the little girl.
It looks exactly the same, except they took out a major part, a major undertone of the
What?
original film.
Ohana means family.
No, of American tourists coming in and treating native islanders like at a tourist attraction.
Why you gotta take it down that? I'm just saying that as far as the live action version of something,
I'll be honest. I think I kind of missed that. Bit.
this one kind of looks pretty cool. All right, let us move on. Spinal Tap 2's trailer is out,
You
but it's
mean-
just a tease.
You mean it can go all the way to 11?
This is a tease. All it is showing an amp,
Up at
and they're
number
turning
11.
them all up to 11.
You know why it's at 11? Because sometimes you're rocking out at number 10 and you want to go one extra.
And these go up to 11, don't they?
Please go up
How
to
many
11.
drummers do you think they're going to go through?
I don't know. That's a good question. All right, Spider Noir, the one with Nick Cage. They're talking about maybe putting it out in black and white. Will that make it better, Matthew?
I feel like it could be, but I mean, it just depends on how they use it. Like with anything else, I think that it has more benefits than negatives as far as depending on how they want to make the film and what they want to do with it.
What's a series actually, and it makes sense within. I mean, what it is.
I think
Yeah,
it's a good
exactly.
stylization.
Yeah, for sure. All right, the Oblivion remake. They keep talking about it. Now they're saying it's going to break in April.
Okay.
Do you believe that?
No.
Do you care?
No.
I
Tell you what people
I
need
do
to
too.
do.
I care a little.
People
I mean,
need,
I care.
people
I
need-
just don't think it's going to happen.
people need to go and watch Electric State. That's what people need to do.
yeah, Odie is giving that
Mm-hmm.
an A+. He also is going Craven, don't watch it. And so I want to go home and watch Craven.
7 minutes, folks.
All
7
right.
minutes. That's all I got in was 7
You
minutes.
made it 7 minutes?
Yeah.
What did you see that made you not want to watch it anymore?
Everything.
Okay. All right.
The acting, the actors, the dialogue, the cinematography, the way that it just skips from nothing to nothing.
It's
And you're
got
like,
what's his name from Gladiator in it. How could it be
It's-
bad?
crap!
Okay.
Crapping the Hunter.
All right. As we finish up the show, sad news. Andrew Koenig, known to us Growing Pains fans. I don't know if you ever watched it. Boner has died. Boner
No.
is dead.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you all for the laughs, says the person who wrote this, but the boner has passed away. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. I love that show, Growing Pains.
What a way to
Would you
end
say
the
that
show.
he is now forever blasted?
Yeah. I was going to make that joke too.
It's mine now. I claimed it.
Just in case you didn't believe that was, yeah, I mean, you know.
Honestly, it's just better for him to do it because we don't expect that out of him.
All right. Thanks to everyone for listening and watching. And didn't need to know that, Trey.
Come
Didn't need to
on,
know
man.
that. All right.
Okay.
What did Trey say?
All right. Stop.
Blue pills.
Stop.
Let's re-center ourselves.
All right. I'm going back on
Blue pills
vacation
for Trey.
for
Blue
a couple
pills
more
for
days.
Trey.
Say goodbye, Odie.
Blue pills, Trey. Slánahwálja.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd add
Happy-
that
That's
on
a
the end of
weird
that because that did not
suggestion.
sound right. All right.
Lawful.
Matthew, say
Listen, hold on,
goodbye.
hold on. Before you Lawful Pádraig. It's happy St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
Sure, that's what that means.
Yeah, I'm
It
not
is
sure that's what that
activate
means.
sleeper agent.
All right. Yes. Wow. And we were a part of it. Cameron, say goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm gonna look forward to the impending
Sleepers.
spy flick.
Be careful during the storms. And by the way, St. Patrick's Day is a day for drinking. Please be careful. Get a designated driver. Get an Uber, or just drink at home.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah. And we will see you probably next week.
I'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Love you. Bye.